Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the atmos character of our world around us, and this time we will talk about history. We will discuss the phenomenon which took place in many regions of Europe in the historical period that is known nowadays as High Middle Ages, and it clearly deserves this name. I would like to talk, with the particular emphasis of course on Polish example, on the fragmentation of previously relatively very well united states, the entities that can be regarded as functional states, their fragmentation into principalities. In Polish case, it happened in the year 1138 when Bolesław III died, and he divided his possessions, his dukedom, let's call it like this, into small principalities among his numerous sons. He was very blessed because many of his children survived the adult age, and he divided his state into small principalities. Such thing happened much earlier on the east from Poland for the Rus state, because Jarosław the Wise, actually this last decision of him was not so wise, divided Rus into many principalities as well, but it happened some decades before Bolesław III, because it happened in 1054 AD, when Jarosław the Wise died. And many thinkers, not only Polish ones, but mainly Polish ones, who have very libertarian approach to economy and to the society, prize the period of this fragmentation into principalities, which from Poland lasted from 138 till 1320. They really prized this period, 82 years old, 82 years long period, because they claim central power was weak, dukes were really rivals to each other, so one of the field of their competition was also gaining more and more people to settle down into their possessions, do farming, craftsmanship and so on. So they had to make really friendly conditions for them to live. Partially it's true for some regions, partially not. The settlers came from Western Europe, settlers came from one region of Poland to another. There were some migrations, of course, new cities were established, population grew, many regions of Poland economically developed, some of them were later, around the mid of 13th century, damaged heavily by the Mongol invasions, and later in the second half of the 13th century twice, in 1259 and 1287. Yeah, but I wouldn't be so eager to prize this historical period so much, because dukes were rivals to themselves. They were really fighting with each other, so many people had problems with having their life peaceful and make their living. The extreme case of the duke, that was really nasty, and that was making troubles to everybody, from church officials till down to simple people, was Bolesław Rogatka, one of the dukes of the Silesia. He was actually one of this type of almost wandering duke bandit, so I wouldn't prize this period so much, despite the fact there was some economical development, especially on Silesia. It was not induced by as some people of libertarian affiliation suggest, it was not induced by the rivalry between different dukes. It was hampered, in my opinion, by this rivalry. Simply, this development had to occur due to the demographic development and due to the fact that High Middle Ages is a period of incredible growth, because main invasions in many territories of Europe were stopped for long, and then people started the development of cities, of states, and also knowledge from Middle East and from Muslim Spain, and also some, let's say, intellectual excavations of the ancient Greek and Roman wisdom. That is why 12th century is called the Renaissance of 12th century. This term was coined by father of the American medieval studies, Homer Haskins, happened. And that's why we had such incredible development in every discipline in the 12th century. But in case of our, let's say, in case of our Polish collection of dukedoms that was created after the fragmentation of our country by the death of Boleslav III, we can say yes, some development occurred. In many places it was hampered by Mongol invasions, but I would say additionally it was hampered and misled by the rivalry of dukes who were fighting with each other. They were also selling to other powers a lot of Polish lands, like Konrad Mazowiecki, who wanted to gain the throne in Krakow. He sold his land of Chełmno to the Teutonic Knights, and later history showed us that we just simply planted the seed of doom for us for many next centuries, because the Teutonic state was a threat till the more or less half of the 20th century for Polish statehood. So we see how short-sighted was the politics of these minor dukes from Piast dynasty during Polish feudal fragmentation into principalities. That's why historically this period from 1138 till 1320 is extremely interesting for historians and people who are passionate about history, but for Polish statehood it gave us more bad than good. I would say like this. That's why I'm not prizing this period as many libertarians do, that it's the period of lost freedoms for people and weak central power and a lot of choices and a lot of development. Not really. There was also a dark side of it, also for the society. Lack of stability, a lot of fightings people didn't want to be involved in, and loss of many lands and influences many losses of influences and state power to the political entities that were united and stronger those times. Take care and have a nice day. Bye.